Oklahoma City Thunder. Lamb and Durant are the long, athletic wings. Enes Kanter is out there with Ibaka, and it's Morrow in at the point. Kevin Durant again last season, far and away the leader in points per game. Clark his 4th time with that distinction.
And Kevin, you know with your study of the game and its history, only 5 players in NBA history have done that. And if you're talking total points over season, he's led the league in that category 5 straight.
Isn't that amazing?
It really is.
And here is Williams. He had 13 points in the win against Detroit. Lopez sets a screen for Williams from 13, and that's off the glass and in.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
And Ibaka kicks to Morrow. Here's the 3, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
Red hot right out of the...
Outside Williams. Young passes to Williams. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson attacking. Moves back up. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Here's Kanter. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Unloads, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
Nets trail by 7. Outside Williams. Pass to Young. Back to Williams. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ibaka's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Kevin Durant, number 1.
Well, anytime you can be the player that leads the league in scoring or you're the top scorer, that's a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of.
Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Nets did a great job of winning games they needed to here at home, and it had to do with their shooting.
Yeah, you look at some of the split stats, and the Nets were an elite shooting team when they were at home.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. Young with the ball, guarded now by Durant. Lopez kicks to Johnson. Here's Anderson, 16 feet away, and there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Anderson. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one.
As you said, the Nets shooting their way to most victories here at Barclays. 28 home wins on the year for them.
Nets trail by 5. It's Williams with the drive. Here's Anderson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
See the way he times his passes so...
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Anderson's got 7 points.
And those 28 home wins for the Nets was the 3rd best mark in the Eastern Conference. It really shows you just how tough they were to beat in this building.
Now here's Durant. Lamb, the basket good off the assist from Durant. 8 points for Lamb.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Steve, Kevin Durant, truly one of the best scorers, and the statistics would show that league-wide every year, and last season's MVP.
Well, he's improved his game in pretty much every category, whether it's rebounding, ball handling, passing, defense. Incredible to see a player who was already historically great just take his game to another level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Plumlee, he's checked in for Lopez. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Young. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Alan Anderson. And then for Oklahoma City, Perry Jones, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Morrow comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Andre Robertson in for Leandro Barbosa.
And with Kevin Durant, his goal is to become the greatest player in NBA history. Nothing less. That's what he's striving for. He sees that potential in himself, believes it is there. I think that motivates him.
Good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The Thunder with the lead. Here's Morrow. His last outing, he had 8 points. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And what I see with Durant, he's fallen in love with the process of becoming great. The hard work isn't so hard for him because he truly enjoys the process of working to get better at basketball.
Now here is Jack. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Here's Johnson. Morrow with the rebound.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, I mean, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Now here's Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Good.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust. That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the all-star weekend, no D.
On tap this Saturday, November 8th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Don't miss it.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Barbosa is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Adams in at the center position.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
They shoot again. Here's Plumlee, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Derrick Rose might be a superstar, but he doesn't lean towards the limelight. He said, I was always the kid who didn't say too much, and people didn't think I knew that much. But I followed everything that was going on in the room and always knew my surroundings. Paying attention to detail, that's part of being a point guard. Guys?
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. Got that one up quick. 14 points for Lamb.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than... I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. We've seen Jeremy Lamb having a really great game.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
The Nets making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Jones checked in for Adams. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. The wide open look here for Lopez will not go. This is off the front iron.
You know, Brook Lopez is a devastating scorer from the right block, and at his size, it's really tough to bother that shot. And Really, it comes down to whether he makes it or not, and most of the time he makes it.
And Jack, here we go. Well, Steve, Jarrett Jack, after a season with the Warriors that saw him come in third in voting for Sixth Man of the Year, struggling mightily in year one of his contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, all around, probably the worst season of his career. You look at the shooting efficiency below the league average for the first time ever for Jack. But sometimes when you make a move to a new team, the different surroundings, the different teammates, it doesn't work out as well as you'd hope.
Barbosa and the Thunder, another three.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb.
Quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And that one's good by Lopez.
And for Jack last season, his assist fell too. Traded away by the Cavs to free up cap space. He's excited about his new surroundings and looking to rebound from last season. This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Jack. And it's 6 points for Brook Lopez.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And Jack, with 2 years left on his deal, a team option for a third. Now he to struggle like he did last season.
Well, I agree. Not only is he a good player, he's a quality guy, too.
Now, here is Young, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
Slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Here's Barbosa, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Now, here's Anderson. 7 points in the game. Lopez, a screen on Barbosa. Jack's shot is good.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
You know, in terms of playing against somebody in the opposite conference, it doesn't get much better. In fact, it's too bad these clubs only play each other twice.
Brooklyn making some changes. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Jordan. Johnson comes in for Young, and it's Williams in for Anderson. Then for the Thunder, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Perry Jones. Cantor comes in for Nick Collison. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Steve referring to last year's game moments ago about, two beauties. And in those 2 games last year, they battled to a split decision, each team winning once.
You know, my guess is it's going to be hard to tell these teams apart. They're both still very, very potent.
The Thunder leading by 19. The tray, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Williams kicks to Teletovic. On the wing, Johnson. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. From past the arc. A shot by Johnson, no good. Now, here's Cantor. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. There's the bucket, good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Shot's good by Williams.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Durant kicks to Lamb. The 3 from Morrow, and the Thunder another 3.
Now 3 three-pointers here in this quarter, 4 overall.
Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Johnson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position. Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Thunder out in front, running away with it. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
We've watched Lamb play great basketball. 19 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
You know, you could tend to think of the Thunder as a top-heavy team with the all-stars they have, but they actually get a lot of production from their bench, which makes them a championship-caliber team.
Johnson is out there with Young. Then there's Alan Anderson. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Williams at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now, here's Cantor. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, the 2014 draft received the highest ever television ratings, eclipsing even LeBron James's draft back in 2003. Fan interest continues to grow, and the league is now considering moving the draft after July 1st and packaging it with a season-ending award show. Guys, it could make for some pretty exciting theater.
Doris, that'll be something. Thanks.
Well, there might not be time for guys like Durant to give a 15-minute acceptance speech, but I think it would be fun.
And here is Johnson after Enes Kanter hit the 3. And they go to the intentional foul. This Thunder team was very deep last year, as you said. They were 3rd in the league, Steve, in bench minutes played.
And even though the bench wasn't really carrying the offensive load, they were good defensively, and they kept things close. Really, all they needed to do was eat minutes, and they did that a lot last year.
Outside Durant, and the Thunder another 3.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Nets shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And Williams, here we go. Here's Anderson. It's rebounded by Durant. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nice, strong finish. Very nearly a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, when you stay aggressive, good things happen.
Brooklyn Nets going all in last season, a record $89 million in luxury tax payments, on a mission to win a championship. Of course, it didn't happen, but the question is, where do they go from here?
And, you know, for the Nets, between their trades with the Hawks and the Celtics, they've actually traded away most of their draft picks through 2018. So, you know, what you see is pretty much what you're going to get with this group.
And you remember the Nets owner guaranteed a title within 5 years. That's this postseason. Said if he failed, he'd punish himself by, Steve, getting married.
I'm sure his future wife appreciates that comment.
Yeah, really.
I don't know. Maybe he's a romantic at heart, Kevin, or maybe not.
What a way to... Very sloppy start to the game for them, but you know what? They're still in control, in the driver's seat right now.
They are, but they should be up a lot more. This game should be almost...
Durant's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Oklahoma City. The Nets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. And the basket good.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
No one covering. 6 points here for Thaddeus Young. Darren Williams enjoying an efficient season, shooting the ball last year, 2013-14. Steve, his best field goal percentage in years.
Yeah, and over the last 2 seasons, you know, his best consistent three-point shooting. So he's become a dependable threat from long range.
Now here's Johnson. Another miss by Johnson.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Lamb, good.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done. And Darren Williams becoming much more perimeter-oriented of late. At one point in his career, over 40% of his shots came in the paint. Now it's just around 30%. He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Pass to Anderson. Back to Williams.
And I think part of Darren Williams getting to the rim less often is simply that this team doesn't run like the Jazz did when he was in Utah. But this is an older team that plays more of a half-court style.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Lopez. Plumlee comes in for Young. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Johnson. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Anderson. And it's Durant missing. Nets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Nets have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Mirza Teletovic, in his third season out of Bosnia, he once led the EuroLeague in scoring, and he loves to shoot. When he gets the ball, don't expect the pass. This guy is letting it fly.
Now here's Williams. He has 6, and that one's good. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Roberson. Deflects the pass. In transition, here come the Nets. Ahead. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws. Now for him.
It's been a good one for Williams. He has 8 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Cantor's checked in.
Well, you remember when Darren Williams first got to the Nets, it was kind of a bare cupboard on that roster, and now a totally different story. He doesn't have to carry this team because he has so much more help.
No good from Jack.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
That's good. Collison's got his second bucket of the night. 20 seconds left to play in the third. And Jack kicks to Teletovic. And the call will be against Nick Collison.
It's his 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
Free throw drops for Teletovic.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Singler. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge...
Tuesday, November 4th, Nickel.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie and the truck, for showing it. But it's passing like this that makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
Here's Roberson. And tomorrow in at the point guard position. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore, so it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City, Perry Jones, he's checked in for McGarry. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Kyle Singler. It's Brown with the drive. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And Steve, you mentioned the new luxury tax, and Clark and I talk about it all the time. It's an incremental system. Clark, it starts at 150% and above the $15 million over the cap. The tax is 325%.
And, Kevin, that's before you get into the repeater penalties. If a team pays the luxury tax 4 out of 5 seasons in a row, you tack on another 100%. Those numbers could even affect big market teams.
You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience. They build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out so tough to handle. What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter, work it good, and they might as well milk it while they're hot.
That's his second personal foul, second team foul.
Using his post move to get the 2 points. And for the Thunder and their success, of course, not just predicated on top picks, but, Clark, you've always talked about this, the right kind of top picks.
The fit is so important. They've had great success with their picks. There's no denying that, and it's not easy to make that happen, but they've got a tremendous front office that does their homework, knows what they want in terms of talent and character and fit. And then you've got to give a little nod to luck and fortune here. I mean, not all of it. I mean, some of it, you know, it's not always all science. There's a little art involved in this thing too, but they've got quality people making good decisions, and it's paying off on the court.
Jefferson's checked in for Jordan.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
The kick out to Brown. And Roberson pulls it down.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Wasted no time on that one. 36 points for Lamb.
Wow. What can you say?
Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Teletovic passes to Karsov. Here's Brown. Thunder with the rebound. Down low. Morrill kicks to Novak. Releases. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. It's stolen by Lamb. Morrow dishes to Collison.
Well, you know, as teams become more and more focused on getting good looks in close at the rim, the value of great defensive big men inside just continues to rise. I mean, it's tough to be a contender without a rim protector.
And with the new camera systems, it's easier to measure defense, going beyond block shots to look at which, for instance, big men diminish shooting percentages in their area.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, names like Dwight Howard, Roy Hibbert, Serge Ibaka. But interesting that that reputation has value defensively when players hesitate to go inside.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
And the basket by Morrill.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Net shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Jefferson setting the pick for Brown. He feeds it to Jefferson. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. The offensive rebound. Feeds it to Morrow. Takes the three. Lamb, good. Lamb's got 39.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Oh, no question. And he loves to attack the rim, doesn't he? And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
Well, one thing about this win, it assures that they will not lose the season series. They only meet once more, of course, as interconference opponents.
And, Steve, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has a bit of an edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it once more.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Jeremy Lamb. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Jefferson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Collison kicks to Lamb. He dishes it to Barbosa. Pulls it up, and that one drops.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle, right, on the road.